The following program is for adult audiences only.
This is
Eric and Gord. What if we're right?
Live right now.
Are you ready?
Find and like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram.
Hi there. Am I live? Is it counting down? We're live. Hi there. Happy Monday.
Yep.
It is April the 5th, 2021. I'm Eric, talking to you from Columbia, Canada. That's Gord's over there in Ontario. And I just have a message for everyone out there. You're not fucking fur babies' parents. You're goddamn pet owners. Grow the fuck up.
I love that shit so much. I've had pets my whole life. I've never referred to them as my fur babies. I've never called myself
I
a fur
hate
parent.
that shit. And I'm a parent to a fur baby. No, you're a fucking pet owner. Act like one, retards.
Yeah, clean up after
They're
your
not
fucking dog.
If my baby shit on the street, I'd be concerned.
You know, there's that one video I'll never fucking, I could watch 1,000 times over with this fucking woman. Her dog always shits on this guy's front yard, and the guy is constantly fucking yelling at her. Well, this time he comes out with a video camera. And he's videotaping the whole thing, and he's bitching her out, and she ends up texting her boyfriend. Her boyfriend shows up. The boyfriend's like, "What's going on here?" He goes, your bitch won't fucking clean up after the dog." And he immediately turns to the fucking girlfriend and goes, "Why wouldn't you clean up after your dog?" She's like, "He's yelling at me." He goes, "But you let the dog shit on his lawn. You don't even pick it up. What the hell's the matter with you? Pick it up." And he bitches her out. It's just like, wah, wah. I love that so much. My boyfriend will kick your ass. Nah, but her boyfriend's going to agree with me that you're a piece of shit.
Let's see if did this work. Show my banner. I gotta make that better. But hey, kids, welcome. It's been a very long time since we've done this and bitched at your dogs. Oh, that's not Eric and Gord. That's a weird thing. That's not supposed to say that at all. Let's we'll go ahead and change that.
That's just a little fix.
Check us out if you need a new way to follow Eric and Gord. Check out our Beacons page. We have a Beacons page. You can check it out. It's kind of cool. It's a neat little thing, and we have it. And go look at it and give us money.
Hey, there it is.
It's nothing. It's Gord. If you don't know what Beacons page is, it's a page called Beacons page. It's got our show and our links to Instagram and Twitter, and
Cool.
donate button where you can buy us a coffee.
That would be nice if I drank coffee.
You don't actually have to buy a coffee. It's like Patreon, but different. How's it going, world? We are live on Facebook right now. If you're on Facebook and you happen to see us, go there and send us comments and write notes and say hi and stuff and things. Right here, this is where your comments go when you send them. They show up here on the screen. That's what I do. I do that. So comments, questions, anything you can put up here. You can also go to our Beacons page and ask us questions, and I will answer them from Beacons page. Because that's a thing that happens now that I do. Oh, Gord.
Yeah.
Sure. What are you doing? What's going on? How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm unrelentlessly fucking busy and never stop moving. But I'm doing well. I'm just very burnt out today for some strange reason.
Nice.
I don't really know why. I mean, I actually
That's
had a
lovely.
decent sleep last
I like
night,
that.
But what's that?
Yeah, we have someone's watching us right now, and that's awesome.
It's probably Jess. Hi, Jess.
We have one viewer. I like it. Hi, viewer.
For
wait
the
a
record,
minute.
she probably hates the fact that it's called her out for it.
I'm also watching us, so how come we don't have two viewers?
No, so you're the watcher. No, you probably don't count because you're the poster.
I don't like it.
Oh,
I just turned this off. Oh, hey, Nicole.
Nicole
Hi,
Daga.
Nicole.
Hey, Nicole. Hello.
So Daga.
Daga. I like it. Are we pronouncing your last name right? Is it Daga
That's
or
not
is it
her real
like...
name.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey. Oh, hey.
Hey,
That should be the whole. I'm gonna do a podcast, and it's just gonna be that.
I'm
I'm gonna do a whole podcast. It's just gonna be me going, oh, hey, hey, oh, hey, hi.
Hey. Hey.
It'd be an exciting show. That'll be
I
the
don't-
show where I interview it. You can look for my new show called What's in a Name, where I interview other people named Eric Hunt. That's going to be a very, very funny show. I have found 4 that have agreed to it and 2 that have scheduled it.
That's
So
awesome.
that will be debuting this year.
Very
And then
cool.
whenever I can't find an Eric Hunt to talk to, it'll just be me going, it'll be me talking to me, go, oh, hey. I'll do a green screen
It's
with
just, I
me.
can't talk
Hey,
about
hi,
these
hi.
people in here.
Hey, it's funny. I've got that same shirt. Yeah, me too.
Hey, I'm the one who designed it.
That'd be
Hey.
me talking to myself. What else is going on in the world? That is happening. I'm gonna put up the videos of me at work. I realized it's probably not a good idea, likely. So I'm re-editing them a little bit. But I'll do something with that. I'll make it into something. The nights are
for
only
those
getting
that haven't
longer.
seen
I have to do
For
something.
those that
with
haven't
time.
seen the videos yet, the fucking video is genius. I've actually seen... How many of you sent me? 2? I think you sent me 2.
Yeah, did I
so
send you the
far.
one where I explain? The one where I talk about how I can't say where I work?
No, you told me about it, but you haven't sent me that yet.
I didn't send you that one? I thought I did.
No.
I'll find it
check.
and I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
It's good.
They're fucking genius. Fucking Jess and I laughed our asses off watching that shit. This is really what he does here.
There's a lot that I haven't sent you because I put them all together into like a nice like video with like music and credits and shit, and then it wouldn't work for some reason. It
big
downloaded
of a
wrong,
file?
so I didn't send it to you, but it's good.
That sucks. That's funny though.
With some bullshit software that I paid a lot of money for, and it doesn't work well. I bought it last year to do the Eric and Gord robot movie, and it's crap. Also, speaking
The software,
of crap,
folks, not the movie. The movie's epic.
Oh yeah, the movie's epic. Never mind. That it's good. It'll if it ever comes out.
If it ever comes out. Oh.
Etsy. Does anybody shop on Etsy.com? Let me know if you've ever purchased anything on Etsy and if you wanted to kill yourself because of it. I have purchased the same software 4 times, and all 4 times it's been a fucking scam. And now I blame Etsy. Now I'm blaming the company rather than the individuals, because at that point you're just a site full of con artists, and you should have to deal with that, I think.
Yes, they don't, and they won't, but they should.
For those of you who don't know, there's a recording program called FL Studio. It's very, very expensive. It's like over $1,000. So I found a discount one on this Etsy.com, and I tried to buy it. There is Are you sure you want to delete all? No, shut up. Go away. Shut up. Sorry. I got Bixby's yelling at me over here. Bixby. Does anyone deal with Bixby?
No.
I fucking hate Bixby.
I don't even know what Bixby
Not a fan.
is.
Not a fan. Bixby is Samsung's version of Alexa or Google Assistant or whatever.
Oh, so that's what I would have on my phone if I actually activated it.
Is your a Samsung phone?
Yes, it is.
Okay. If you swipe to the left, all the way to the left, and just keep swiping to the left, Bixby will pop up. Or no, you swipe to the right, I guess. Go all the way to the right and just swipe away till your home screen's gone. And anyway, this fucking Bixby will pop up.
Nope.
Or swipe one way or another. Anyway, this is very boring.
Yeah.
She's stupid. She's no fun. She's not like the Google Assistant at all. But somehow she's been initialized on my phone and very annoying. Where was I? FL Studio. Very expensive, but there's a free version available. The problem with the free version is you can't record anything. It won't allow you to. So it's you can play around with it and get a feel for it, but you can't actually record anything.
Oh.
So I went 4 times now. I've tried to buy the version, a discounted version of the full version, and 4 times it's been a fucking scam. It's been the free version for sale. Or other times it hasn't even worked. One time it was just a picture of the software. It wasn't the actual software. Your site sucks, is what I'm saying. Etsy.com, they're saying, now they've, in all fairness, they refunded me the first 3 times. The 4th time, they're like, no, we can't do that. I'm like, fuck you.
They're like, you keep
full of
buying
con
it.
artists who sell free software.
They're like, well, you keep
Your
buying
software, your sites. Well, it's probably from 4 different sellers. I thought one of these has to be selling the legit one.
Apparently
No.
not.
No, they don't, I guess. Not on Etsy. Etsy's full of con artists, so I'm calling you out publicly. Don't go to Etsy.com and buy shit. It's all shit.
I've never even visited an Etsy site before.
Very notably, I've noticed them selling free software. Like they sell just free software that you could go online and get for free. That's free, or you could go there and pay for it. Don't know why you do that. It's stupid.
It's so good.
But I guess if you don't know it's free, then you'd be like, "Oh, I like this."
I got hit up for this job a while ago, and they had. I did the whole thing. Did the on-phone fucking interview. Okay, you know how I'm pretty oblivious to a lot of shit that goes on around me, especially with stuff that happens to me. I'm just oblivious. I'm just oblivious to a lot of stuff, and this fucking job, they're going on. It was about like an hour-long fucking phone call, and it was supposed to be an interview, but they not once did they tell you what you were selling, what your job specifically did. It was just a matter of all they told us repeatedly was how to convince people to take for you to take their credit card number and then charge as much as humanly possible on it. And I'm like, you're an actual company. Like, you go up, this is an actual company. And so, like,
that sounds like a great job, by the way. I would love to have that
great job. You know, it was nuts. So, like, as soon as I got off the phone, like, they're like, hey, contact the guy who did the talk says, contact me directly. Here's my number. Contact me directly, he says, and then we'll set you up for the next stage. So I contacted him back, like, instantaneously. Like, yeah, I said, I want this job. Fucking hire me and whatever. So as I'm waiting for him to call back, I'm checking out this company. Oh my God. This company is just one massive criminal empire on top of another. And it's just insane. The Better Business Bureau has been after them for years. The reviews of the company of people who have bought from them are just the most horrendous stories on top of another. It turns out it is an insurance company, and everything they sell is just bogus. It's all bullshit. Nothing's real. Nobody helps you. It's just a fucking scam. It's impossible to close your account with it. When you do, they just keep charging you. I was just like, this is insane. But the craziest thing was, I went through the interview. And I call the guy and I leave a message. I'm like super excited. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm gonna be fucking great for this job. Like, I'm a people person. I know how to get people to, separate themselves from their wallet, not even realize it, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't even get a fucking call back. Come on. I'm like the only
Weird.
person who's excited for this. What the fuck? And you're not even gonna call me back? What the fuck?
Maybe
So-
that's why they know they've got like personality tests and shit.
They listen. If the person's too excited, they know not to hire them.
Probably.
I
Sounds a
couldn't
lot
believe
like the loan company that I got a loan from a company like that who, well, basically they just signed me up for a loan. I didn't actually agree to anything. But it was one of those like it's like a loan to build your credit, so you don't actually get the loan for 3 years.
Oh,
You just pay. so I'm like, that's not a loan, that's a savings account. I could set one of those up on my own.
and it's not going to cost me anything.
And they're like, oh, if you don't pay it, it'll ruin your credit. And I was like, so I went and looked at the Better Business Bureau, and same thing. It's just got page after page after page on this fucking company. They do like car loans and stuff. They claim to be doing payday loans, but then they're like, yeah, you get $15,000, and you're like, cool. And they're like, you can have it in 3 years. You just have to pay this much every month.
You just got to
I'm
pay
like, what?
$15,000, and then we'll give you $15,000.
No, you end up paying tremendously more than that, actually. And then
Sounds about right.
it's supposed to fix your credit. It'll fix your credit though once it's paid off, like they've allegedly. And I'm like, my credit's bad because I can't afford shit. You're adding $50 a month to my shit I can't afford. That's guess what's not getting paid? Like you're never getting that payment.
Not only that, but come on, if I have bad credit, that means I
Um,
fucked over people like you. Like, what are you thinking? You think you're gonna
Oh,
get your
yeah.
money from me? No, I don't pay the
And-
creditors. No, you.
They signed it. No, like I'll talk to you here. Can I put you on hold for 7 years? All right.
Just stay there. I might be back.
I'll be back in 7 years. Oh, look, my credit's fine again. Bye.
And just come on after 7 years, Papa Gandhi. You still there? Hey.
It's not that bad. I won't even be 50 and my credit will be fine again. I don't care. I'm fine. I'm good.
I'd be 51.
That's not true. I have a student loan coming. My credit's not going to be good again for a while.
Oh man.
That's not getting paid. So yeah,
No.
I'm going to school, kids.
That's awesome. I'm proud of you.
That's the thing that's happening. I'm moving. I'm going to school. I'm in the market for an automobile. That's going to be neat.
It's very exciting times.
I've never
Very
actually
exciting.
purchased a car. I've never bought a car for myself. Probably because I don't have a driver's license and I can't do that. But we'll get past the details later.
It's minor details. You only need a license if you get caught for something.
That's exactly right. And I got a buddy who'll get me Ontario insurance for it, right, buddy? Right, buddy? Buddy guy?
Hey, buddy. I know a guy.
I need some out of province insurance. Or I just need an insured driver to insure my car for me. Don't worry, I'm a good driver, I swear.
Never had an accident.
I have not. On record, anyway.
Not that didn't involve your underwear.
No, I'm a good driver. I just don't have that license because it's stupid and I don't care.
Yeah, and the sucks is now you got to go through that
Everyone hates
graduate
ICBC. Yeah, no, I don't. I won't. And I'm not. No. Why would I give the government more money? They steal enough from me every month. I'm just going to hand them more for a little, like, does a little piece of paper in my wallet make me a better driver? No, not at all. Not in any way does that make me better.
Not in the slightest.
You don't have to, like, it's not like there's driving school that you have to go through. You just have to convince some loser that you're better than his little checklist and you're good to go. Like, that little card is basically meaningless.
Yeah, pretty much.
If he fought with his wife that morning, you're not passing.
Or if you get lucky, like my like a person I know did, they showed up to get their license, and the guy was running late, and he hadn't had his morning coffee yet, and you weren't allowed to drink a coffee in the car. So he literally just got him to drive out, drive around the corner, park, and then talk. That's it. You got your license. I'm done. I need my coffee. That was genius.
Yeah, there you go. Right. That would be. So really, why do I care that I have that in my wallet? As long as no one at ICBC listens to the podcast, I'm sure we're okay.
I have to hope so. That's just funny.
And if you do, this is a joke. It's a TV. It's a fucking joke. I'm just kidding. But if anyone wants to insure my car for me, send me an email. GwynethPaltrowsVagina@gmail.com. April 5th, my friends. Some big things happened on April 5th in the history of the world. And I wrote a couple of them down.
Oh, exciting.
One of the biggest ones of all time, and people don't understand how big this is, but it's big. On this date in 1987, a little TV show called Married with Children debuted.
Oh, classic.
Changed television forever. Nobody would air it. Fox aired it and became the station that did that.
Yeah.
And they went on to do that for many things. They aired Family Guy when no one would, Futurama when no one would. They're awesome for that. But Married with Children was the most controversial thing of its time. It's funny when you look back on it now, but it was very controversial.
I mean, really, when it came down to it, the one thing that show was really sort of bad for it was just mocking fat people. That was its biggest crutch. That and, hating your spouse, and kids.
Hugely misogynistic. Women, children. The daughter was a big whore. The son was notoriously stupid. And Al was a bad shoe salesman who hated everybody.
Yes. And Peggy did
nothing. But he did have an awesome men's club called No Ma'am.
Yeah, that's right.
Peggy had, Peggy had the most famous wig in the world, I think, though.
Absolutely.
Didn't know it was a wig.
I'm not sure
everyone was shocked the first time you ever saw Katie Seagal in something else. And she didn't have hair like that. She's actually quite good looking.
And she's also a pretty good singer, too. She's released several albums.
That's right, too. I forget that.
Yep. She sang
sings.
one or two of the songs on the soundtracks for Sons of Anarchy when she was on that.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
So there you go.
Well, I never liked
the dying show.
I didn't get into it.
No, I kind of liked it.
Oh no! There's a Canadian version I like much more. But anyway, yeah, I just didn't get into it. I don't know. I don't care. I got a funny story about it, probably why I hate it, but I'll tell you later. On this day in 1989, Mr. David Letterman becomes the first public broadcast in Dolby sound. So that's kind of weird.
Oh, how about that?
That's interesting.
Speaking of chauvinistic,
that's interesting to me. I don't. Dave Letterman's awesome.
Hey, Adrian! I just realized he commented.
What's
up, fucker?
Yeah, I commented right back.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, let's. I'll do that for Gord. This is from Gord for you, buddy.
Hey, gents, who the fuck is he talking?
There we go.
Perfect.
What else did I have here?
There's
a neat birth. Oh, there's a couple things that happened. Here's a neat one. A neat birth in 1875. Edgar Wallace is born. You go, who the fuck is that prick?
That was my question.
Well, he invented King Kong.
Oh. No. I'm still not sure if that's a good thing or not.
So that's, well, that new movie looks pretty dope. I haven't had a chance to see it yet, but I like the Kong and the Godzillas of the world. They're interesting. Rampage is my favorite video game.
The movie was fucking stupid.
Well, of course it was stupid. Have you ever seen the video game? How do you make a movie about that?
That's the thing I never understood. Like, how the fuck how does somebody look at that video game and think, you know what we need to make a fucking live action movie from is this?
And they went about it all wrong because it had human. No one gave a fuck about the humans. The humans were funny to die in that game. You were like happy when you killed the humans. They should have made the movie from the bad guy's perspective.
Absolutely. That would have been way better.
Which I think this new Kong versus Godzilla, that's basically what it is. It's the Rampage done right. That's what I'm being told. Anyway, I haven't seen it yet.
That's it.
So
No,
that happened. Here's another neat thing before I get to the sad one. Well, maybe I'll do the sad one first. No, they're both kind of sad. Shit, I didn't write down the year.
Great favorite time of year.
Oh yeah, it was like shit. I gotta look it up again. 19. No, oh, that pisses me off. It was April of many years ago. But I wrote down April 9th. I didn't write down the year. Or it was April 4th, 1909. Maybe that's what it was. April 4th, 1889. That's what it was, I think. Anyway, it was on April 4th that the Hudson Bay companies ceded all its territory to Canada. Because up until that point, Hudson's Bay Company was owned all the land, and Canada didn't. And Canada was like, "Hey, can we have our land?" And they're like, "Yeah, all right."
Like, how much? Do you know how much it was for? What they sell it for?
They just ceded it to them. They gave it to them.
Huh. Sounds like a fucking missed opportunity.
They're just like, "Here you go. You're right, Canada. You own the land. We're just a department store."
Like, even if they just did like $1 per square kilometer, they would have cleaned up.
It's worth about that much now.
Yeah, if.
Could you imagine if our country was actually called the Hudson's Bay Company? Jesus Christ, that would suck.
The Hudson's Bay Country Company, registered trademark.
And we'd all be forced to wear those stupid red mittens. The Olympic ones. Screw you guys and your mittens.
I had a couple of pairs of those.
At no point will I wear mittens and refer to them as mittens. Never in my life.
No, they're gloves or they're nothing at all. That's just
fingerless
gross.
Gloves. I'll call them that. That's fine. Hey, these are my fingerless gloves.
Yeah, because they're still gloves, not mittens. Mittens is what you call your kitten.
I'll go with I'll go with hand socks.
That works.
These are my
way better.
hand socks. I wear them under my hand shoes, with which I'm going to kick your mitten wearing ass. Also on this day in 1994, many moons ago, that is many years ago, 1994, a little known musician who was supposed to be something big and never really made it was named Kurt Cobain died.
I remember that day very, very well. I do. I was at home.
Nirvana was officially a band. Nirvana got signed. Nevermind came out in 1991. They were officially a band since 1989. They changed the fucking world. That's what makes them goddamn great. They were only really a band for 3 fucking years, and they changed music forever. Fuck you guys who say Nirvana is not great. In 3 years, they did what fucking Kiss hasn't done in 50.
Yeah, Kiss never changed anything.
Put out
They
a
just
decent...
look funny.
Nirvana is credited for ruining. Yeah, they looked funny. Nirvana ruined all that shit. Nirvana killed hair metal in one fell swoop.
Yeah, people are still on the fence. Like, I actually just caught this little thing about this. No, you knew that Axl Rose used to be a huge fan of Nirvana, right?
Yes.
Yes. Very early on in GNR's career, he had getting a photo thing being done, and he wore a Nirvana hat to give them props. And once GNR sort of made it big, Axl Rose tried to hire Nirvana to play a birthday party, and Kurt Cobain said no. And then they kept asking, and Kurt Cobain kept saying no. And then finally Cobain publicly made a comment about it, saying, like, you know, we're not like the Guns N' Roses of the world. We're like the anti-Guns N' Roses of the world. And I'd wish they'd leave me alone. And Axl Rose got really mad about that. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, and then they fought at the MTV Awards.
That's right. So I was
they
building that up.
fought. They got into like a fight,
like an actual fight.
And
I always
Nirvana
assumed
was
that
not
Kurt
very
Cobain kicked his
nice
ass
about it.
because they never really talked about who won that fight. So you always got to assume that meant
It's Kurt Cobain. It's Kurt Cobain versus Axl Rose. It means they pulled each other's hair, and then someone's tea got spilled, and they both cried and ran away.
Cobain's cardigan got ripped, and Axl got a little bit of fucking urine in his pants.
They're both two of my very most favorite musicians, but I can't imagine either of them winning a fight. Although I've seen both of them go dive into the crowd and fight. So I could be wrong about that.
I think they're only good for that initial like 2 or 3 swings, and then they're just used to security pulling them off of people, so it's a little bit easy. They don't have to worry about winning anything.
You know what's going to happen this year, which is remarkable and doesn't ever happen? Dave Grohl is going to get inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for the second time.
That's right. That is correct.
It doesn't happen. That just doesn't happen.
No.
That man has way too much talent for one human being.
And he's still nice. It's just insane.
Apparently, I've heard he's not nice. That's all a public persona, and he's actually a horrible, terrible, evil monster. I can't back that up, but I've heard that. So,
see, I heard that about him in the studio. I heard that when he's in the studio, he is just for most part, raging lunatic. But as long as he's not in the studio, I've heard that he was supposed to be just like one of the nicest guys on the planet. So
that could be.
Yeah. And I can see it because didn't he do like one of his albums he wrote? Didn't he play every instrument on like the second last album or something like that? And he'd record everything himself.
Their very first album, it's just him.
The first one, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That's very, very annoying. When you listen to it, you're like, "What the fuck? That is ridiculous."
That's not fair.
Ian Thornley as well. When the first Big Wreck album came out, and everybody really liked that song. I really like that song. And that's all him. It's all one dude. Did the whole record by himself. Dude. There was no band. That's annoying. No one should have that much talent.
No. I can say the same thing with the band Therapy, because the lead singer of Therapy started off as just him. That's what I saw him on tour when he opened up for Atomic Dustman. It was just him and a fucking drum machine and a guitar. It was just him standing there by himself.
Ministry
Pretty cool.
started that way as well.
Yes, that's right. He just brought people on because he didn't want to be alone on stage.
Well, it's when you go on tour and you're like, oh, hey, I need other musicians. I can't play all this together on stage at once. That would be hard.
Can't I just come out and play my record and walk away?
Um,
No, Al. No, you can't.
no.
No.
That's very annoying. There's two very famous bands right now that are only one guy. One of them is Rocky Fortune and the Richtones. They do all the music for this show. And
yes, that's right.
One of them,
all one dude,
is Ashes of. One of them is Ashes of Purgatory, who the universe doesn't like very much and has killed 2 out of 3 members. But one of them is still standing and plays songs under that name, and has a new song coming. And I don't think there's like a freaky Final Destination thing going on. I know there is, and I'm watching for you, fucker.
and I'm gonna beat it. Just letting you know, I beat fucking. You're talking about the guy who beat a fucking flesh-eating disease. I'm pretty sure he can handle anything.
Yeah. Bringing on death. You got him scared of death.
Or laugh and piss in the wind at you.
If something's gonna kill me, but it ain't gonna be death. I'll tell you that much.
It'll be something dumb like somebody throwing a penny off of a fucking rooftop.
I might die one day, but it's not gonna be from death. Death is a pussy.
Die from life.
I ain't gonna die from death. That's gonna be the name of my new album. Ain't gonna die from death.
Volume
No
1.
dying from death. Actually, that's a good band name. I'm not gonna die from death. That's gonna be my new theme song. Oh, I'm not gonna die from death. I'm gonna go write that while Gord talks.
That's not a bad idea. I just can't wait to hear what those lyrics are. Death, you didn't get me, but life did.
I'm not gonna die from death. Dave Grohl is a good dude, and congrats. That's crazy. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice, and he doesn't even ever talk about it. Like he's not like, I'm fucking Dave Grohl, Mitch. I would have such an ego if I get in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame once. I'm carrying that shit everywhere with me.
It'll be a medallion,
even though it's basically meaningless.
It's all it would be.
I will introduce myself as Dr. Reverend Eric Hunt, certified life coach, and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee.
Man, I do not want to be handwriting out your business cards.
No, but I made some up and they look dope.
That's nice.
It barely all fits. There's no phone number or anything on it because it's just my title. It's all that would fit.
It's just credentials and that's it.
If I give you one of those, if I give you one, you have to wait 7 to 10 days for the other one to come in the mail that says how to contact me.
It's just that excitement of waiting, though. That's the important thing.
Yeah, it's like getting the gold ticket to Willy Wonka. You got the Eric card? When do you get the real one? I don't know.
Gotta wait. Oh man. Okay, I have to talk about this.
So there you go.
Hit the news last week. There's something I gotta talk about, and I'm just dying to know your opinion on this one because I just think this sounds like the most ridiculous shit to ever happen.
I hate it.
I'm assuming you heard about the Suez Canal blockage. That was all over the news for a fucking
when you say it, it just sounds like your last trip to Taco Bell.
Which ironically is what I had for dinner. Yeah, I don't understand how a ship could possibly be lodged into a position where it can't be cleared out within. I'll even get on the outside. It's going to take a while to get there. 12 hours. Like, I don't get how it lasts for an entire week because it just lodged on one side to the other, and all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't free this fucking thing from a bank. I just don't get it. Like, it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of.
That's how it goes. Like, the tugboats couldn't tug.
Get a bigger fucking tugboat. Have another ship ram it. Maybe I don't know. There's got to be one of 1,000 ways you could have cleared that thing out of there.
I don't think. Yeah, the problem with ramming it is you would have destroyed the canal. You can't just ram shit; it breaks other shit.
Minor details.
The canal is old and fragile, and millions of dollars worth of goods pass through that fucker every day. So,
well, I think
they're
they
now
said
on the
it
hook for billions of dollars.
It was costing like $2 billion a day, or was that like an hour? I can't remember.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I can't believe it's only ever happened once. And these guys are like professional. Like you get a professional guy, a pilot, they're called to navigate through there. It's just like in the port of Vancouver. You don't just go and park your own boat. You got to get these guys. That's their job to do that.
Yeah.
So they're guys that all they do is do the canal. I don't know how one managed to fuck up.
They said a gust of wind, but what the fuck? I don't remember seeing anything about a fucking hurricane ripping through there at all.
Well, it could be just a gust of wind. I don't know what it takes to drive a fucking tanker ship. I have no idea. I'm sure it's more than I'm ever qualified to do. And then the tugboats. I don't know. I don't like. What do you do when you're a tugboat guy and you got nothing to tug? Like, what do you do the other 365 days a year?
Nothing.
I don't get it.
Wait for the next boat to come by.
Every once in a while, you're called out to tug something, and then you can or you can't. That's the thing. It's like, hey, can you tug this? You're like, yep, or nope, and then that's it. That's the end of your story. You're either the hero or you're just the guy who couldn't do it. But either way, like no one ever gets mad at the tugboat guy.
Hey, did you know anything about
That's cool.
Sirius XM being sued in Canada?
Serious? No.
I don't know why, but I just got a fucking
email from
Sirius XM Canada saying you're receiving this note because you may be a member of the class in a class proceeding against Sirius XM, which is now being certified by the Ontario Superior Court.
Is it because they're fucking way too expensive?
I'm going to assume so. I'm thinking I want some money. If you guys are going to send me some cash, that'd be great. It's in French.
Is it because to stream your vehicle is like $14? To stream your vehicle is like $14, but to stream to your computer is like $70? What the fuck?
I mean, the only way to do that is if I know Sears had that big thing in the beginning, like when Howard Stern first showed up. You pay, what was it, like $150, and that gives you lifetime membership to Sirius XM. And they tried backpedaling on that one after about. It was supposed to be just lifetime service, no matter what it is you got. If you got the Ghetto Blast or the car, no matter what it was, lifetime service. But I know Sirius did their best to get out of that one real hard after a while. Yeah.
Perhaps. Maybe that has something to do with it. It's stupid. I tried to get it for the computer, and it's ridiculously expensive. The car is actually reasonable, but I wanted it because they have a Pearl Jam channel.
Yes, they do. I had before they had the Pearl Jam channel.
Finally, that's the radio station for me.
I liked it because
I need one radio station.
The liquid metal. This delay is fucking killing me. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Fuck. Oh,
I'd like one that was just 12 hours a day of Pearl Jam and 12 hours a day of What If We're Right. That would be a good station for me.
What if we're Pearl Jam?
No, we're not. So that's interesting. No, I didn't know they were getting sued. That's cool. I don't know why. I don't care. Maybe they blocked the Suez Canal.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Oh, just thought that was just fun and strange. Oh, by the way, that Suez Canal, it actually cost over $1 billion is what it ended up costing them.
Yeah, I heard they're trying to figure out who's going to deal with that.
The Egypt is trying to fucking nail the ship, which is called the Ever Given. You'll be ever giving fucking money if you don't get this shit fucking topped out quick. But yeah,
It's true.
And the captain is not aiding in the probe. He wants nothing to do with this. They want to talk to him. He's like, nope.
No, captains never do.
No,
Captains never do. What happened to going down with this ship? That fucker that beats the one in Italy, he just bolted. He just fucked
He
right
hopped
off.
on a boat and left. He was one of the first to leave. What do you mean down the ship?
These guys,
Get the fuck out of here.
they're all fucking scumbags. Jeez, I'm out. And that he was just trying to show off to his friends. That guy's like, hey guys, watch what I can do. Oh shit.
Look how close we can get to the shoreline with this thing. My bad.
Whoops. I gotta use the bathroom. Splash, swim.
It's so good. The other thing I've been dying to talk to you about, Eric, 'cause this just came out a couple of days ago. On March 31st, a guy by the name of Conrad Baroob. I don't know if you know who Conrad Baroob is, but he is from Nanaimo, BC, and he is an avid beekeeper.
I'm definitely calling Nanaimo from now on. I love it.
Nanaimo. I figure since everybody calls Toronto. He's an avid beekeeper. And what's interesting about this guy is that, while he was tending to his bees, he found a murder hornet nest and tried to get rid of them, and he ended up getting stung numerous times. And I mean, massive shocker, but so he got stung massive times, and he just got stung. He didn't die. He related the pain as red hot thumbtacks.
Ouch!
It's not really. I mean, that would be ow,
That would
but
fucking hurt.
It would hurt, but
yeah, grab a thumbtack and jam it into your arm right now and see how it feels.
I used to do that all the time. It's for kicks. That shit was fun.
Like
but
stab yourself with it. It hurts.
I'm not going to say it doesn't hurt, but it's called a murder hornet. Comparing a murder hornet to a thumbtack is it does kill. It has killed people, hence the moniker. But, yeah, it's just. I just thought that it was just hilarious.
That's the fucking the same people that invented COVID. It's a hornet, really. At the end of the day, if you're allergic, sure, it's probably don't get attacked. But other than that, it's a fucking hornet. Like you swat it and it dies. It's not like fucking Mothra.
You swat it, swats you back. I love it. The article is genius.
Getting stung by anything sucks.
The article is genius. It says
attacked by a whole swarm of one time, and I got swarmed, and I got the shit stung out of me, and it fucking sucked. It was not pleasant in any way.
I've been covered by red ants.
You know, it was not that bad. It was terrifying because my dad is my father would not have survived. He's deathly allergic to bees, and we didn't know about me. So it was like 50-50 that I might croak.
Shit.
But that's okay.
A friend
I
of
have
mine that
nothing genetically similar to my father whatsoever.
Nothing, eh?
I don't think he's my father.
The weird thing is your DNA doesn't even match. It's so strange.
It probably doesn't. I don't know. I've never checked.
My friend that I grew up with, his uncle was sitting on his front porch and he drank a bottle of beer and he didn't realize there was a bee in the neck of the beer. So when he put the beer down, the bee stung him 3 times in the neck. Almost been a wasp. Stung him 3 times in the neck, swelled his neck right up, and he died right there on the porch.
That sucks.
One bee. Yeah. It gets again, location. You know what I mean? That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's that guy could be a murder hornet. I'd call him a murder hornet for sure.
Right? I love the one line in here. It says, this is right in this article. It's genius. It says, the murder hornet's real name is the Asian giant hornet. Then why don't you call it that?
Well, first of all, because that's very, very racist. You can't tell it's Asian just by looking at it.
You can't say that. It's in Vancouver. Well, then again.
You can't. It's just Asian. You don't know. There's something when it comes to Asia, it can't be. It's racist. Like the West Nile virus, that's okay. China flu, not okay.
Yeah.
Spanish flu, that's totally fine. The Spanish flu is Spanish, not even Spanish, but that's fine. We can call it that. But the China flu, that's racist.
Can't say that. Speaking of, since you brought it up, did you know that there is India has a quote double mutant COVID-19 variant?
We should call it the "Give Us Back Our Michael's flu."
I just can't believe they've named it a double mutant.
India has a variant. Big deal. Who cares? Everyone has a variant.
Double mutant. And has not been found in significant others. So in other words, it happens in virtually nobody. Nobody cares.
Well, it's India. So it happens in billions of people.
The E484Q mutation, which is similar to the E484K mutation. Like, this is just getting so ridiculous. Like, we're up to, I don't even know what
I know we're never going to get over it, but I don't know. I lost count. There's hundreds. There's literally hundreds now. It's so stupid. Who cares? I'm so sick of it. I don't even want to hear about it anymore. I don't want to know about your Ontario had 5 million cases this weekend. BC setting records every day. Just everyone in BC has it now. I think it's got to be by this point.
10 times. But yet everybody I know that's been tested for it, only one person got positive. So I just don't get it.
Nobody's tested positive, but there's 6,000 new cases in every province every day. I don't fucking get it. I don't care. It doesn't make sense. And people are still buying this shit. Fucking retards.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's just insane.
It's got to be that everyone just no one wants to admit that they were stupid a year ago. No one can actually give a crap about this crap anymore.
I mean, there's every town and city is having protests against it and everything else, and everybody wants to fucking kill Rob Ford in Ontario right now.
Yeah, I attend the one in Kelowna every week, by the way. Every Saturday I go down to Stewart Park for it.
Nice.
Yeah, and those protests are right. They should be, because this is stupid. The oldest woman on earth survived, for fuck's sake. She's 117 years old. She walked away from it scot-free.
Oh my god! I caught another.
I work for God. Now, number one, here's two things I know for a fact. The Canadian government has stopped buying masks. I know this for a fact. They don't buy masks for their employees anymore. Guess what? Wow. I know this. A big contract was just canceled. I'm not speculating. That's not a conspiracy theory. I make the fucking masks.
Have you heard about the new?
So I know that to be true.
Did you hear about the new thing that's just hit the news about the masks that have made they've got not carbide, fucking something like that in it, charcoal maybe, I can't remember, but they're saying that these masks are causing lung infections, And meanwhile, the government has issued these very masks out to schools and daycares and first responders, and they're now recalling the entire batch because they're saying you can't use these types of filters. Amazing. They're finding this out, but yet they have a
did not know that.
vaccine for it. That's insane. Yeah, check it out. One of the latest things in the news right now. I just thought that shit was hilarious. It's been popping up. But
oh, fuck off. Who's this prick? Yeah, what was the other thing I was gonna say? Something I don't remember. The masks, they don't issue them anymore. And there's something else. Something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Fuck. Give up. Let it go. Listen to the protesters. They are right. Just fucking deal with it. And the science keeps coming out. Like all this science, but the people who go, I'm just following the science. You're just not a science. Well, we're presenting fucking science and you're just denying it. So at this point, you're just being a moron.
And if you're quoting science from like 6 months or 3 months after this thing started, and you're quoting that as your science, you don't understand science. Science is ever evolving. Even the scientists will tell you, we don't know what we're going to discover about this thing in the next fucking like 48 hours, let alone the next 6 months or years. So this is just ever changing.
I don't know about your guy there, but our guy was just traveled home for Easter, so. The big no, don't travel. There's travel restrictions, except for me. I get to go wherever I want because I'm Dr. fucking Henry. Fuck you.
Because I can go wherever I want. Oh man. I have some Florida news.
Yeah, let's do that because I don't want to talk about COVID anymore. It made me mad.
Cool. What's the one thing, Eric, about Florida that you just love to bring up numerous times about their the drinking water?
Oh, I just put together a clip for you that I'm going to send you of the first time we discussed this. Oh, it's holy fucking shit. Is that a good episode? It is so goddamn funny. Their drinking water is full of shit.
So hang on to that thought for a moment, because their wastewater reservoir containment is leaking.
Yeah,
and they're already expecting it to fully fail at any day. So they got crews working around the clock trying to prevent the collapse of the reservoir's leaky containment wall near Tampa Bay, Florida.
Well, what difference does it make? It's been leaking for years into your water. We reported on this last year.
It's still leaking.
Where it was one of the worst years on record.
That's right. One of the shittiest years, you could say.
Big discount on East Coast sushi around that area.
So this is the wall here. It's at the Piney Point wastewater reservoir, and it holds around 480 million gallons of wastewater. And they're like, the officials have already warned it's an imminent threat of flooding over on the weekend. Like, it's gonna happen.
All right.
You guys don't fix this, it's gonna happen. And then it hits Monday, and they started working on it on Monday. They just left it for the weekend. Started working on it on Monday, sure. And now they're doing their best to try to do it. And oh my God, I just really, really, really kind of hope, but don't hope, that they have a huge rainstorm that whips through. Bam.
Oh, I absolutely. Well, it's hurricane season coming up right away, and they will get it. And, like this time last year, we were reporting on this, and they had just issued a boil water advisory. Yep. Thanks, fellas. Thanks for the tip.
I figured the floating toilet paper my water wasn't given.
These are the same guys who went, "Oh, there is an imminent risk of this breaking down this weekend. We'll have a look at it on Monday and see what happened."
And look at nothing broke.
We don't work weekends. Fuck that shit. I'm going to Disneyland. Like, what the hell? No wonder they didn't give a fuck about COVID. They're like, we're not locking down for COVID. Why would we care? We drink shit all day.
We drink shit, and we're the number one report for Florida, man, in the world. So, I mean, come on. It's just the most ridiculous shit ever.
We drink our own shit. We're not scared of COVID.
Well, they've ordered the evacuation of 316 homes. They're in the process. They began evacuating about 345 inmates from a local jail. So yeah, they've been trying their best to try to contain this, and I'm just fucking Florida.
Well, stay tuned. This is great. This is really funny. That's funny. It's so funny. I was just listening to that last week at work. I was listening at, guys, go back and listen to an episode from, I think it's April of last year. Don't quote me on that. I'll post the date on our new Beacons page.
Yeah.
It's an episode called My Love for You is Like a Florida Sunset. And Gord breaks the story of the Florida shit in the water. And we discuss it, and oh my god, I was at work just howling the other day by myself, just listening to it, going, "Holy crap, this is fucking funny."
It was one of the things where the gags just kept rolling off the tongue. They just kept coming, and just you couldn't stop.
Well, it was right after the Plymouth Rock story, which I didn't know the story of Plymouth Rock. I never bothered to look into it. And then it was revealed to me that Plymouth Rock is literally just a fucking rock. It's not, like
not even
I always thought it was like an no, not at all.
Yeah,
I thought Plymouth Rock was like symbolic because they always say the Pilgrims landed on Plymouth Rock. Like I thought it was like an island, like Ellis Island. Plymouth Rock. No, it's just a fucking rock.
No, it's
so check that out. There is a version on our Patreon page, very nicely edited and pristine sound, and all the ums and ahs edited out, and the perfect podcast version. You could get that on Patreon for a small donation to the What If We're Right Foundation, or you could just listen to it for free anywhere else. But it's not edited like that.
Yeah.
It's, in my opinion, better. But some people like the edited versions. You can also get those on Captivate.fm. The edited versions of the episodes that are pretty and nice and sound good.
Those are boring. They all sound like that. It's something more real.
I think they're boring.
Real.
And I'm still at a loss for people to go, nobody likes those podcasts where it's just guys talking and they sound like crap and everyone swears and stuff. And yet that's all I fucking hear about all the time. And those are the ones who ask us to be on their show, and they're really popular and funny.
It's true. It's true.
And that's what
those
Joe Rogan.
I listen to.
That's what Joe Rogan does.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right about the delay. It's fucking annoying as fuck.
Yeah, and I apologize for the noise in the background. Apparently, somebody's vacuuming upstairs.
It's good timing.
Yeah. I'm assuming it had to follow the little bang that
I like how it went off. I like how it stopped for a second as you said that.
Yeah. Psych. You aren't doing a podcast, are you? Hang on a minute.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't edit out the vacuuming.
No. I mean, I can do this, but I don't think is that helping at all? Does that help at all, Eric? Is that
not one bit? No.
I'm trying my best.
Does not. Um, it's a pop filter, not a vacuum filter. They just edit out the pop,
Yes.
not the vacuum.
Not the actual.
But that's cool. It's like that's the worst thing that's ever been in the background of our shows.
It's a fucking vacuum. I kind of miss the. I still kind of miss the ambulance.
Yeah, I don't, but I will. I'm sure I'll do an episode from Vancouver one of these days where we get it back.
This is one of those things you just always got to look
I'll be down there
to.
on a Monday.
So I gotta ask you,
I'm
since you called this, and I'm fully supporting you on this one because I believe it's got to be true. Have you been following any of Biden's speeches lately? Like,
I have not followed a goddamn thing. I've been so busy not doing anything that I haven't paid attention to fuck all.
This man, and I don't like I'm floored. Absolutely floored that somebody thought it was a good idea to have him run, knowing that he can't handle any form of speech at all without fucking it up in every possible way, shape, and form. He literally claimed that he's been working in Senate for 120 years. 120 years he has been in Senate. That was his statement. And it's just like he starts talking about the plan he has for something. I don't know what the fuck the plan was. And he literally's like, we're going to do this. We got plans, and I don't have whatever. Doesn't matter. We got plans. It's like, it's like listening to Trump all over again. Like, except there's just no anger to it. It's just
at least he's not lying. He's not just making shit up like Trump. So that's a good thing.
Well, even then, I mean, numbers clearly are not his strong point. Every time he mentions a number, he's fucking it up every single time. He mentioned about there was a million cases of COVID deaths every day. He actually made that reference. It's like, no, Joe, no, come on, man, no, you can't. It's just.
There could be. I don't know that he's wrong. That those numbers probably make sense if you add up the numbers that the news are reporting. He's probably not far off.
No, that's probably true. He's too busy caught up by.
I don't know. He's an old guy. I don't think he has an agenda. I think he's caught up trying to figure out where he is every day.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, he's referred to Kamala Harris as President Harris.
Well, yeah, a couple of people have done that now. It's I don't know. We'll see what happens. Let it play out. See what happens in June. I don't see him lasting the year. I know that's not quite what I predicted, but now the prediction has changed to June. But either way, I don't see him making it through the year.
Yeah.
But we could be wrong. I've been wrong so far, so who knows? I think at this point, it doesn't really matter.
No, it doesn't, because
no one's taking him seriously anyways. As long as he doesn't declare war on someone.
Oh, and he will.
He'll be okay.
I'll guarantee it. I guarantee he'll do that.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
He's got a few brewing. But I don't know. Who cares? It's the American. Like, being the president of America is not what it once was, I don't think. On the world stage.
No. Now, who do you think was the first one to fuck that up? Clinton?
Well, I think you could say Nixon, really.
Yeah.
And then after him, people made fun of Ronald Reagan and his memory and stuff a lot too, like way worse than we've heard from Binden.
Binden.
But Clinton definitely was probably brought it to the limelight. That was the decline of the presidency, and they didn't help by having second Bush.
No, not at all. Fuck.
I think being the president of the United States today is kind of like dating Lindsay Lohan today. Like, you're still a fucking Lindsay Lohan, but it's not what it meant 15 years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not lying there.
That's what I make. Like, I'm the president of the U.S. Yeah, that's cool, but 15 years ago it was kind of awesome. Now it's pretty weak.
As bad as you are, you're still not as bad as the guy running Canada, so that's okay.
Yeah, no. Well, who? What guy? Is there someone running Canada? I don't fucking know. There hasn't been for 8 years.
Did you hear? There's one of the leaders of India talked about Trudeau the other day, and man, he had nothing nice to say about him. Holy shit! Just
no, not many people
out of the bus and just said how you treat your people is one thing, but when that starts spilling over into like other countries, when you start saying this rhetoric and this stuff, like you've got this overly passive leader who believes in and this is India saying this for the record, that believes in total control of speech. There's no need for that anywhere in the world, and there's no need for this at all. And I don't think Canada deserves this. And I was thinking, fuck. Does anybody say anything nice about Trudeau anymore?
No,
I don't think so. No. China.
Well, especially India. He took that big fucking trip to India where he spent like $15,000 on a chef to make Indian food. Like, you're in India, you jackass. What are you doing?
You can go anywhere. Oh God!
It just goes. They weren't big fans of Canada to begin with, and Trudeau's not helping anything anywhere. I don't understand why Canadians. Trudeau's like the COVID of prime ministers, because Canadians just won't fucking admit that it was a huge mistake.
Yeah.
But there's no real alternative yet, so
no, there really is.
I'm starting to shift my views on him. He may not call an election this year. I think he should. I think if he has any chance in hell of winning, he's got to call it this year. But I don't know. He might just give up and wait out till the end of his term.
I just don't think I think he's now at the point where he's just not making any decision about anything in any way, shape, or form. He's just like, fuck it. Let Doug Ford do it.
Yeah. That's what I mean. He may just ride it out instead of like the smart decision is to call an election this year before people get to know what's his name? O'Doyle? No, that's not his name. O'Toole.
Peter O'Toole. Not Peter O'Toole.
Yeah.
What the fuck his name is.
I'm going with the Doyle, and I'm bringing back Binden. I can't believe we let that go, but I'm bringing back Binden.
Oh man,
I actually completely forgot about Binden. I forgot that was even a thing, and then I was just listening to the episodes, and I'm like, oh yeah, whatever happened to Binden?
What happened to Binden?
I liked Binden.
It
Binden
sounds
was a good
nicer.
dude. Biden not so much, but I liked Binden.
I don't know if you heard about this, Eric, but in Oklahoma, they have placed a $2.1 million bounty on Bigfoot.
A bounty or a bet? You cut out on me.
A bounty, an actual bounty.
A bounty.
Now the thing is that he has to be captured unharmed, but and they have all these rules in place that they can't break any laws during the hunt and all this other stuff. But the tourism officials in Oklahoma have officially said there is a bounty on Bigfoot's head, wanted alive and unharmed. You must capture him. I don't know how sending out a bunch of hunters to capture something alive is a good idea, but
there's a standing 1-800 number on Vancouver Island that you have to call if you see him. It's like a law. It's a government number. So we've kind of had a bounty on him forever.
That's insane.
I'm looking up. I just want to look up a map of the U.S. because I don't know where the fuck Oklahoma is.
That is
so. I'm just looking up.
Central to the east a little.
Where is Oklahoma? I'm looking at a map. So if I'm not on the screen or whatever, I don't know what the camera picks up while I do this. Oklahoma is. Oh, there you go. Oklahoma. Oh, it's way the fuck south. It's right above Texas.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
It's where Oklahoma City is. In case you guys didn't know, Oklahoma City. That's in Oklahoma.
Thanks for that.
In case you guys were wondering. Hey, so yeah, right above Texas. So I didn't know Bigfoot was down there.
Yeah. Shout out to Robert Mullins from the I'm Dead Inside guys. He just did a comment on our thing.
I love those guys. I love that show. I'm giving them a hey y'all. Someone is knocking on my door. He got a hey y'all. Hey Gord, why don't you take the helm for a minute? I'm going to go answer the door. I have one visitor a year, and he happens to always be during the podcast.
We do the podcast one day a week, and this guy's showing up now. I just came about the neat thing here. There's in the beginning of March, there's a New Zealand teenager who is attempting to break the world record for swinging on a playground set. I don't even know what to say about that one. Sounds very dumb, especially considering he could sleep. I don't want to hear this.
But I'll make sure it's ready for him. And there is a showing tomorrow. Okay. Okay.
Oh, this us getting here, so just setting shit up.
Myself scares for the afternoon if I can. If I'm not working. You want money? I'll look into it in a minute. I'm in the middle of my podcast. So. That's okay. No problem. I'll get back to you. I'll send you a text right away. Thank you, Rob.
So there you go. So yeah, 17-year-old.
Good times, very professional.
That was great. Just so you know, while you're gone, I was just explaining that there is a 17-year-old from New Zealand who is attempting to break the world record for swinging on a playground set.
Well, good for him.
You'll love this, though. He started at 10:23 a.m. on Saturday and then finished at 10:23 p.m. on Sunday. He was supposed to start at 9 a.m., but he slept through his alarm.
Well, that's a good excuse. How do these people how are all these people getting featured in the world record books? And who's coughing up? It's $12,000.
Yeah.
Who's giving a kid on a swing set $12,000 and not Eric and Gord? So we can set our record for the world's longest podcast.
And the thing is that I
don't get it.
He wasn't even this wasn't an actual attempt, and he wasn't an actual attempt at it. But there is enough video footage and everything else that Guinness is officially looking into it, and by saying, "Yeah, he might have actually broken the world record, which previously was 32 hours, and he did it for 36."
Who's videotaping that?
I don't know. Multiple neighbors? I have no idea.
Who's videotaping a kid for that many hours if it wasn't a record? Someone knew what was going on. He was
not only that, but I mean,
going,
if
no,
not, that's creepy.
Let's film this kid on the swing for 50 hours. What? Go back to Oklahoma.
It's so strange. So
the thing I was asking about Oklahoma before I left because I don't know Bigfoot went that far south. So I need people from the south to tell me. I didn't realize Bigfoot was a southern thing. I thought he was always Pacific Northwest. That's where he's always traditionally been sighted. I didn't know he went as far as Oklahoma.
I thought that Bigfoot was all over North America, including down in Mexico. I think Mexican has to have their own. Do they not? Doesn't Mexico have their own?
Well, they've got like chupacabra and stuff. That's not Bigfoot. That's different.
It's kind of tiny. See, now I want to find out.
I don't know. I didn't know.
Go.
I didn't know he got around that much. I thought he was just a strictly like mostly BC. Thing.
Mexico has one. It's called the Mexican Bigfoot.
Mexican. That's a catchy name. I wonder how they came up with that.
Right? Mexico has its own Bigfoot called the Mexican Bigfoot. I mean, do they like if they're in Mexico, they go, "Hey, look, it's a Mexican Bigfoot." I don't think they actually say that. They'll just say "fucking Mexican Bigfoot."
It's the Mexican Bigfoot. No, they just call it Bigfoot like we do. But I wonder, maybe he's different. Maybe he's like the Mexican Bigfoot, and he meets with the North American Bigfoot, and like this, they have like Bigfoot meetings. This is how we're gonna fuck with people this year.
That's what I'm starting to wonder.
I don't care where Bigfoot's from. He's not convincing me to drink kokanee. I'll tell you that much.
No. I like flavor in my beer. Wait, they actually have a weird name for it here. Hang on. What's it called here?
Chupacabra?
No. The quinametezin.
The who? You keep cutting out every time you say something important.
Oh, the quinametezin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was a fearsome and violent warlike beast. There you go. That's what they got.
Yeah. No,
I'm still way more afraid of the Mexican
one of the. It's the well, he probably is one.
He started it.
They think it could just be a feral human who like when native people you go out into the woods for like and you're supposed to stay there until you see a vision or whatever. Sometimes those fuckers don't come back, and they think it could be just one of those guys. And he went crazy, and now he's crazy bush man.
He's just super fucking hairy because he hasn't found a pair of scissors.
Well, yeah, you would be if you didn't cut your hair for a bunch of years because you lived in the woods.
It's true.
That's actually the theory. Funny. It could happen.
Oh, what is this? Hang on a second. I got some news from Canada here.
Everybody, please write in and let us know what you think of Bigfoot and where you're from and how big. Like, if you're from as far as Oklahoma, what's Bigfoot like down there? What's he do? Do you see him a lot? I don't know. Up here, he was just sighted. Me and Gord just talked about this. It was, I think, right around Christmas time. He was spotted crossing the border. He was in Nelson, and then the next day he was crossing the border into the U.S. Interesting timeline because that makes sense. Like the. Well, yeah, he didn't have his mask or he didn't quarantine for 14 days.
Have you ever heard, Eric, of a park in Vancouver called Dude Chilling Park?
We've done probably 100 podcasts from that park. I spent almost all my time in that park when I wasn't somewhere else.
From eating at Bob Evans. Thank you, Jeremy.
That is you can't argue with science.
just so everybody knows, Jeremy Oyer just posted. He just said, Bigfoot is definitely bigger in the U.S. from eating up Bob Evans. And for the record, I love Bob Evans. Phenomenal fucking food. Really fat and good.
I'm trying to. Sorry, there we go. I should be showing these more.
Yeah, you should. That's great. That's really good.
And Gord traditionally eats more than Bigfoot. So way to go, Bob Evans.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
really.
Yeah,
so you used to
Chilling Park.
Right?
We used to hang out and do Chilling Park all the time, me and you. You don't know that because you were just on the phone. But yeah, it's 2 blocks from Insight. That's where I hung out quite a bit.
Oh wow. Well, apparently that sign keeps getting stolen from in front of there, and it happened again. Yeah, they said that every time it gets stolen, it costs $1,300 to replace.
Well, people in Vancouver sometimes blow my fucking mind. Like, if you don't know the story behind it, someone just put a sign there that's like they replaced the official sign of the park with the one that looked very official, and it just said "Dude Chilling Park," and then the city took it down, and then people were like "boo," and the city was like, "Okay, we'll call it that from now on." Then, and they put it back up. It was like a huge thing. So the city officially changed the name because of this, and then people now you're stealing the sign. Like, fuck off! What the hell? I don't get people.
Like, it isn't that often that that would be what? Would that technically be like a form of graffiti art that started this? Is that what started this? Is it just like, I don't know what you classify that as, just like a public?
Yeah, it was.
It was, and then all of a sudden they said, like, we're going to name it that.
Yeah, because people were, when they took down the sign and people were like, no, boo, that's a good name, blah, blah, blah. But I guess you can't do that with everything. Like it was, they made a decision to name this one park, but if that was precedent setting and you just started naming all the parks something stupid, that would be weird for a city to do.
It would be. Oh man.
But
Eric,
why would you then turn around and start stealing the sign? I don't get it.
Yeah, it's just strange. Very strange.
I don't get it.
Eric, how many times in your life have you ever lost your wallet?
Oh, geez. So many. 3, I think, for real.
Of those times, how many times have you actually gotten the wallet back?
Not a one. Never.
Not a one.
Not even nothing.
Well,
not
how
even
about this shit? Wallet. Meteorologist Paul Grissom, he lost his wallet while working in Antarctica 53 years ago. And it was found and got returned to him. And everything was still in it, including inside. He actually had a recipe for Kahlua.
Yeah, you got to say that last part again. You cut out on it.
All the items were still in his wallet, and they brought back a flood of memories, including a recipe for Kahlua.
Oh, there you go. That's very nice. I've never had one return. Fuck you. First of all, you're a weatherman, all right? You don't study meteors, liar.
I never understood that terminology. That's just weird.
Stupid. No, that's really annoying. Mine never gets returned. I very famously went all for 2 years without having ID because the government of Canada wouldn't admit that I was alive. You're not a person. You don't have ID. You don't have enough ID to get ID. That was their whole thing.
You need ID to get ID. What are you thinking?
Which means you do. And then they told me, well, you get free ID once you turn 65. And I'm like, what do I do? How do I fix this? They go, oh, you get free ID once you turn 65. Oh, good. Thanks for that. That's very helpful. I'll go wait 24 fucking years, you retards.
Do you ever just wonder if these people actually know what they say when they say this shit to you? Like, do you really know what you're fucking saying?
Not a clue. They don't. They just like spit out answers. They have no idea. They've got a Rolodex with like 4 answers, and they just cycle through them. They're like a magic. They're like a magic 8 ball. They get all their answers from a magic 8 ball. They're all useless. That's the whole government of Canada.
Oh my god. Man. You know, I always had this thing where, like, if it's your property, you should kind of do whatever you want to do with it. But what started out as a protest in 2004, this dude that lives in New York City, he put a bunch of toilets filled with fake flowers in his property. In Potsdam is the name of the little community he's in. And the city officials, they ordered him to remove them. And then he's been fighting. And he ended up going all the way to federal court. And he's literally still being forced to remove it. And he's like, no, they're just fucking toilets with fake flowers in them. I'm not removing them. And they're making them do it. I'm just trying to figure out how this bothers somebody. What cares?
Something bothers everybody. Like, there's always someone who will find a problem with something.
Well, why do we listen to those people now? Like, that's what I don't understand.
That's the big question, isn't it? I don't understand why we give them a voice now. It blows my mind. I really, these are the people who are running the world at the moment.
I just don't get it.
And I don't get it. I don't get why it matters now. I don't know. I guess I don't know why now. Why do you need toilets full of plants in your yard? For one thing, I don't know. Do I care? I don't think I care.
I know. I certainly don't.
I have no good answer for you. What was he protesting? You said it started out as a protest. What was he protesting?
Doesn't even say. The article literally doesn't even say what he was protesting. Started off as a protest, and he ended up getting his lawyer involved.
What was he protesting? Plants or toilets or lawyers? I don't know. I don't care.
I don't know.
Everyone quit whining. Really, that really comes down to a big quit whining. Who gives a fuck? If it doesn't hurt you or your children, shut up and move along.
I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't understand. Like, just mind your business. There's a lot of mind your business that needs to happen around here. Why is that guy got toilets on his yard? I don't care. Mind your business.
Oh my god. You know,
move on.
This next one.
Go do something with your life.
Right? Exactly. I don't know if you knew about this, but in the States, again, New York City, God bless it, an elementary school teacher in New York City made a hotline. All it is just a hotline for people who just want to scream and yell and just get their frustrations out. And you can do whatever the fuck you want. You can pretty much say whatever you want. Just scream and yell and just, yep, here's the number, call it. And you can say whatever the fuck you want.
We have that hotline in Canada. It's called Eric and Gord. What if we're right? You guys can call it any fucking time you want.
The best thing, though, Eric, is they actually this article actually has the written transcript of some of the calls. And here's what it is. Caller number 2. Ah. Caller number 3. Ah. Caller number 4. Singing. It's just caller number 5. Scream. 6. Ah. Ah. How do you put this as a transcript of just saying ah?
Maybe they use the same transcription service that we do.
Probably. But apparently
they might be saying something in there.
Apparently this teacher has over 120,000 screams from people now. And yeah, he publishes all of them so you can actually listen to them. But again, typical of this bullshit article that I'm finding this thumb through, They do not mention the phone number. They do not mention where you can listen to them at. They don't mention anything of how you can hear it.
Well,
the worst article I've ever read in my life.
I've got one for you.
Please.
You can call this show and rant anytime you want and scream and yell, and we'll play it. Right now, you can call 236-338-0243 and rant and rave all you want.
Cool.
And we will play it on the show or not if you ask us not to. I've always posted the number to the show, and I've always said you guys could call in and scream and yell and do whatever the fuck you want. So if this, it's your own place to vent. Always the Eric and Gord What If We're Right show. I've been begging you guys to call from day one. Please do it.
Yeah, but you don't seem to fucking want to, do you?
That's all I got. No, but you phone this thing and scream. Phone me and scream. I want to hear you scream.
I'm back to calling our listeners dicks again.
I noticed. That's good. I don't mind. Whatever. It's cool.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh my god.
Well,
yeah,
sir, where are we at? Are we done?
I'm out of anything. I'm out of anything interesting.
Yeah, you know what? There isn't anything interesting really today. It's just a boring fuck day.
No.
And I'm so concerned about finding Bigfoot now that's going to occupy the rest of my night.
I'm telling you, dude, I am going to be all over this now for the next fucking couple of days.
But for this year, definitely, more so than ever, I want people to call the show, rant and rave, be a guest, or don't be a guest. Just send your emails to Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina. We will read anything you want on the air. I won't edit it. I won't censor it. I won't anything. I will read your stuff. I may not agree with it, and I might mock you, or disagree with you publicly, or be like mean to you about it. But if I do agree, then that's cool. And as Gwyneth, as Gord finally 2 years after the fact pointed out, maybe this is why we're not getting emails. It's Gwyneth with an E. It's spelled very wrong. So maybe this is why we never get emails, but this is our email address. I'm going to post it right now so you guys get it. It's Gwyneth spelled wrong. Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina at gmail.com. If that's why we haven't been getting emails for 2 years, I'm going to be fucking mad.
I wouldn't be overly surprised. That's fucking genius because it took neither one of me or you to notice. It took somebody else.
This is how it's been spelled the whole time. So the real Gwyneth Paltrow's been probably getting 1,000 fucking emails a day, and we're getting none. So it's Gweneth. That's the way it's always been. So she can just change her name, frankly.
Yeah, that's what it's down to now.
That is so stupid. I can't believe that. I wonder how many we've actually missed. But anyway, there's the email. Write to us, and we will read your emails on the air. Stupid. I can't believe I never noticed that. Oh, I never cared, really. Like I did, whatever.
You should see if the real spelling of her name is on there, and to see if that's still available. Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina at Gmail, like the real spelling, and all of a sudden there's like 15 unread messages. Son of a bitch.
Oh, well, it's got to be gone by now. Maybe I will. Fuck. Well, this is the way it is. Gwyneth, change your name.
Yeah. If you want to become something of yourself, change your name to this spelling.
Wait, maybe it's finally time to change the email address. I think that just did it.
Now I regret ever telling you.
I will change it to something. We'll shorten it to our version of Goop.
I wonder if that's what she nicknamed her vagina, Goop.
Goop? No, it's her initials. Gwyneth something Paltrow. I forget. There's a reason for Goop though, and it's something to do with her. It's like a nickname or something. Anyway, Gwyneth, I'm mad at you for fucking changing your name. I know it was an E originally. You did this just to screw me over. Anyway, this is boring. Good show, kids. Thanks for listening live on the Facebook. We will post it tonight on the everywhere. And don't forget to check out the I'm Dead Inside podcast where you can hear me and Gord. That's also everywhere you enjoy your podcast. And check out Jeffrey Davis, the Functionally Dysfunctional Show. It's a very, very good podcast. It's very entertaining. And they deserve your love and listens and your ratings and reviews as well. So check them out. And that's it. Till next time. I'm not going to say because this is probably like 3 episodes. If you didn't watch live, this will be at least 2 episodes. So I'm not going to say when the next one is. It could be in a couple of days. Could be next week. Who knows?
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise. Depends what time this one comes out. I don't know what day this one's on. This could be a week from now. But if you're watching live on Facebook, then it's live. Okay, we're not like we're not changing time. We're just I don't know when I'm going to post the fucker, or how many segments I'm going to post it in because. The last one, I just got lazy and I threw it all up at once. But I did say I would cut them down to make it seem like we're on more than once a week. I don't see an effect on our numbers, whether it's changing them or not. We'll see.
Good
Anyway,
numbers from
that's it.
Chartable.
Until then, take care of each other. I don't want to talk about this.
Okay.
I have not looked. I'm ending this now. Thank you, guys. We love you. We will talk to you live on Facebook next Monday. Be there or don't.
And thank you for those that commented. We appreciate your comments. Thank you guys very much.
Yeah, that's awesome. There was 4 of you this time. That's fucking dope. You guys are the best.
That's 3 more than last.
It is. Hey,
amazing.
If we're gaining 3 per episode, that's not bad for us.
No, this is like the beginning, like we first started this again. We were almost hitting double digits.
There'll be like 8 next time. Yeah, man.
And
it's just as exciting, to be honest.
It's true.
Very much so. Away from this. I'm gonna stop talking on the air now, and just talk to Gord off the air. So here we go. Bye, everybody.
Loved what you've heard on this week's episode? Well, the answer is simple. It would mean the world to us if you could head over to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review and feedback. Spreading the word really is the best way to grow our podcast and achieve even greater things. Thank you.
Please be advised that this podcast is meant for educational and informational purposes only and is in no way a replacement for legal or medical advice. The opinions contained within are solely those of the interviewers and interviewees and should be received as so. Those seeking help or advice are encouraged to obtain professional legal and medical services.